Our CES 2018 coverage is proudly powered by Amazon. Help support our content by going to PLUGHITZLive.com/Amazon. Hey guys, Scott here with PLUGHITZ Live, part of the Tech Podcast Network. I am here at the Klipsch booth, and we've got some really cool headphones next to us. We'll find out about those in a second, but go ahead and introduce yourself for me.
So I'm Vlad Grodzinski, the product manager for headphones at Klipsch.
Okay.
And we're introducing this year the Heritage HP3 Headphones and Heritage Headphone Amplifier.
Okay.
So
Now, I saw these in, I think, a preview at CES last year, but this is the final, ready to go, this is what we're selling model, right? Okay.
yeah, so we started with prototypes last year to gauge interest for Klipsch doing something high-end.
Right.
And based on the response, we knew we had to do it. So this year, Heritage HP3 is alive. It's a real thing. What we brought to the show is available now. It's for sale. It's in 3 colors. You can get it at a number of dealers. Of course, dealers like Crutchfield Online and a number of others that'll be popping up, local mom and pop shops across the nation. Yes.
All right. So, from the prototype,
Yes.
what did we keep?
We kept the 52 millimeter biocellulose driver, really the core engine behind everything. And then beyond that, we redesigned everything around it.
Okay.
Even though cosmetically it still effectively looks the same way, once you get beyond the ear pad, everything is done.
You did that for me earlier, and I had to do it myself because I couldn't believe how easy you made it look to pop off.
Yeah.
And it immediately concerned me, right? How easy is it actually to pop off? Does he just know the product so well? And it doesn't come off easy, which is important. You don't want it to just come off in a bag or something,
Yeah.
but it comes off easy enough that switching it out would be no problem.
Yeah, so the intent is that, like all our other Heritage products, the single pieces and parts will be replaceable for a long time after your initial purchase. So you know the decision that you're making at spending $1,200 on a pair of headphones is going to last for a long period of time. Plus, it gives some of our more head-fi and forum users a lot of ways to customize. So additional ear pads, something that'll be available in the future. Removable cables obviously will give you the chance to do balance cables or a variety of different aftermarket cables because there's an entire marketplace for it, and all of the above. So what's changed from the prototype? Effectively this triple vented design. So once you open up the ear pad, you kind of see this vortex guide, not to mention the driver. This is a driver that's much more akin to a real loudspeaker as opposed to a headphone. So headphones will oftentimes use mylar diaphragms. We're using biocellulose. It's more rigid, it's more light, so you get better high frequencies and better low frequencies. We have a semi-open back design which takes the best of both worlds between closed back and open back headphones. The sound stage of an open back and the bass response of a closed back headphone. So it's kind of a one full package in my mind. And then cosmetically the design, everything is stitched, laser etched, tactile, machined, milled, hand assembled, so it gives you that lovely premium experience immediately from the box.
And one of the things that I love, like you said, everything is designed to be replaceable, and I love that that means that there's no glue and things like that. It has to be screws, and so you guys didn't like try to hide the screws. You just bought into, there are screws in this thing, let's make it part of the design.
Yeah, so then we accented all of those little elements by, for example, laser etching the Klipsch logo on the very end of the yoke. That's one of the smallest laser etches any machine I've seen ever do. So you may only find something like that on the inside of a wedding band or something like that, but accentuate and add detail. So from 10 feet away you see one product, from 10 inches away you see a totally different experience.
I have held this in my hand before the interview, and I did not notice that. It's the little details that, as an owner, you pick up over time.
Yeah, exactly. And everything's replaceable by known components. So whether it's an Allen wrench or a Torx bit, between those two things, we'll post up some instructions and help you replace something 5 years after or something along those lines, beyond your 2-year warranty. Yeah.
And that's one of those things that the brand is kind of known for, is the ability to maintain your equipment long term.
Effectively, with all of these pop-up brands that are bringing products that are great to market quickly, it's not somebody that you can trust and rely on. We've been here for 71 years, and we intend on being here for 71 more or beyond. Yeah.
We know that that you guys aren't going anywhere. You know, little no-name headphone company pops up.
Yes.
They're here. They've got a big booth this year, but will they be here next year?
Right. And what happens to the investment that I made in their products over a course of time?
Right.
Will there be somebody at the other end of the phone to be able to help you, 10 years after the fact? So that's kind of what we've been good at for the longest time.
When 50 Cent gets tired of being in the headphone business, does the company go on without him?
Right, exactly.
Turns out, no.
I think the answer to that we all know.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that's really great. And then there's an amplifier that fits into the same aesthetic and all of that.
Yes. So we built a Heritage Headphone Amplifier. Now, one important thing to mention is these headphones do not need amplification.
Okay.
Klipsch is known for high efficiency, therefore that translates directly to headphones. You can drive them with your cell phone, you can drive them with a big tube rig like one of the ones that we have in the background. The Heritage Headphone Amplifier is intended to give you the cleanest, best experience, and we needed to have some way of demonstrating it, and we thought, what better way than with one of our own products? So we kind of set our lead electrical engineer onto a task of, you got this much money, figure out what you need to do in order to make this the best experience, and I think we came up with a really good amplifier. It uses an ESS Sabre 9018 K2M DAC, which is something that you don't see until $1,000 or above oftentimes. Analog relays, very good switching mechanics, very good filtering for the power supply. So even though this booth is quite loud, you would get a really good experience in a listening room. And it ends up being a great front-end processor. So if you have maybe a 2-channel tube setup at home, you could use this as the way to get music from Tidal, from your phone, converted into an analog signal and fed in the cleanest way to that tube gear. Yeah.
I love the look of it. I love the aesthetic. It definitely goes along with this one.
Yes.
It's got the same wood body, and the accent colors are all the same. But my favorite part is the fact that it's not capacitive virtual buttons and switches. They are physical flip them switches.
So all of those nice things that you had probably in the 80s with the old Marantz and a number of amplifiers that had that physical clunk or that really nice smooth analog guide, or even the power switch and flipping through the different inputs. We wanted to recreate that experience, but pack in all the technology that makes it a modern day powerhouse of an amplifier. So therefore you get the fun feel that you want to interact with, as well as the high-end performance of new gear instead of vintage.
And it all feels really good.
Thank you. So right now available both the Heritage Headphone Amplifier and the HP3 headphones. HP3 is available in solid oak, solid walnut, and solid ebony colors, that being the only difference between them. $499 for the amplifier, $1199 for the headphones themselves, and you've got an incredible listening experience.
Very cool. Well, I definitely appreciate you taking the time to talk about this today.
Thank you so much for having me on your show.
Absolutely. For continuing CES 2018 coverage, stay tuned to PLUGHITZlive.com/CES.